I've just finished voicing over a YouTube video, so let's pick some fabric for this quilt. I have the first row papers done. So I'm thinking the top section will be kind of these mustardy yellows, almost like the orange, and then the main section will be like greens with some blue underneath, and then purples kind of at the back. And then the bottom section, I might even do maybe like some of these warm purples or reds. I'm not entirely sure. I might even do some like these. Yeah, I don't know. So let's start grabbing some fabrics. I'm just going to take a quick photo of that and turn into black and white. I think I might put them up on my desk, and then we'll take a quick photo in black and white, and let's have a look at the contrast in those. So yeah, so looking at that black and white, I mean, the colors look good. There is quite a range of contrast, but this one was the one I was concerned about. It kind of sticks out. So I'll be doing it like as a color fade. So the contrast differences look okay. That one was kind of coming up a bit too contrasty, but I like the color of it, so I'm going to keep that one in there. I might even swap them around a little. What else have I got in here? See, that's nice. But is that the starting? Oh, that's not too bad. Okay. So I think that's going to be my pull for the first one. So I'm just going to do it kind of like improv sections, semi-foundation pieced, semi-improv. Okay, so with my fabric pulled, I am ready to get started. I've got my iron there and just behind in there. So I've got this great little folder, the cutting mat on one side and an ironing pad on the other. I have my paper here ready to go. Make sure I turn it in the right side. I have my stack of fabrics here ready to go. So I'm going to start from the end that is inside the quilt, not the edge of the quilt, and I'm just going to kind of improv the position of the fabric. So I use a walking foot for two reasons. One is often it gives me a smoother surface, obviously with the double feed. The other is that the quilt that I made in May, yeah, so I took my regular foot off, put the walking foot on to do the quilting, and I can't find my regular foot. So it's a walking foot at the minute until I work out the very safe place that I put that. So I'll just quickly press. So there's my yellow done. The paper ripped, which is really annoying. So what I've done now, I've laid the pattern out all over my floor, and I'm just going to sew the green fabrics like this without a foundation, and I'm just checking them against the guidelines, hoping that'll make it a little bit easier. So let's give that a go. So that's all my green fabrics sewn together. I haven't trimmed them yet because I wanted to check it against those lines. So I'll give it a press and see how it comes together. Okay, so I've just laid out my papers, even though I'm not actually using them. Just to get a bit of a feel for it. This one finishes too early, so what I've actually decided to do, because this is quite a blue green, is I'm going to start adding stuff back up here. So you can see I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 new fabrics to add there to extend out that way, which will feed in more to my back to front yellow stripe that will turn around the other way. So I'm going to start on these blues, which will go in this section here. And then hopefully if I get time, because I am child free this afternoon, so that's helpful. I'm hoping to get this section up here done with purples. And then if I'm feeling brave, I might start piecing the background blue, background purple, and give these improv curves a shot. So I'm just going to have a bit of a measure here of my space that I need. Start with about 2 inches by 3 inches, maybe a little bit bigger, and then I can trim it down. To get this top section of purple done, which is looking good. I've got all this blue done. The green is hidden here. I haven't fixed that yet, obviously. Hello, yes, I'm working on my bedroom floor. It's directly outside my craft room, which is just in there. So it's a handy space. So the greens are ready to go. I've got this lovely pile that's looking prettier and also messier with every cut that I make. So I am going to take a quick break because I've been sewing for about an hour. And I'm going to have a crack at adding this bottom curve under this blue. So I get this edge along there. So I want it to be semi-straight along what will be the edge of the quilt, which is kind of off camera here. So it's kind of, if that's that there, so it's about my low point, and so that gives me 1.5 inches, so that feels like a good enough amount there. Okay, so how am I going to do this? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my blue from this direction. I'm going to use my finger to hold it in place over here. Flip the grey back up. Make sure it's still plenty of space, and yes, it absolutely will still need a press. And then I'm just going to shuffle it up just a touch again, so that I know that I've got plenty of space. So if I flip this up, you can see I'm well above that line there. So that line there is there. So I've got plenty of room, which is what I need. Okay, so let's slip that under. So I'm just going to shuffle this across a little bit. Okay, wish me luck. So that's the working piece. I'll pull those scraps out of the way. This is the working piece, and so then I should be able to flip that out of the way, and those two will fit together like that. Let's see how we go. I'm going to start at this end and just gently kind of ease it in as we go. I'm not really going to pin it, and just let the curves gently come together. Okay, well, it worked. This bit here, a bit pointy, but maybe once I clip it and press it, it will be okay. I especially love this fabric. Look at this, that is so cool. I got this from Craftaholic Cat's D-Stash, and I bought the whole bundle specifically for this because this quilt is for my eldest, who will be studying quantum engineering and particle physics. And look how delightfully science nerdy this fabric is. It is perfect for him. Unfortunately, I only have this section, otherwise I would like back the whole thing in this. I am now going to press this. I'm just going to add this next section over the top, and then I'll just keep working. I'll get the purple on, and then this section's done. Yay! obsessed. So there's a purple one done as well. I've just done some tweaking here to bring the curve up a bit to help that sit. I possibly could have gone a bit further along, but that's fine. There's a little unsettledness there that'll come out with the quilting. But overall, oh my goodness, I did it. So for this month's update, I'm going to leave it here. The blue is done, the green is done, and I'm starting to get this green section into place. I might pull it down this way just a little bit more to make sure that that blue is solidly into the green section, not in this teal section. I don't want them to blend too much. I made in an extra color here, and there is a few more to go up the other end. So I hope you've enjoyed this quilt update, and I'll be back next month with more on this improv curve rainbow quilt that I'm working on.